Welcome. My name is Lisa. I'm playing Minecraft, and it has been far too long. And today I'm recording an episode to explain why and to let you know that I've made a few decisions. Of course, whenever I start recording, my voice just goes. So that was fun. Um, but yeah, it's been a while, and I'm not gonna be able to make any decisions about any designs while I'm talking. Um, the reason it has been a while is because I have changed my priorities. I have put more priority into being social with the community. Um, I spend a lot of time with some of my friends, and the time that goes into that is taken away from recording. Also, see, recording in itself is not very time consuming. Also, I need to decide on a color. I don't know. I think I like the light color better. So let's go with that. I have no X. Why you no X, Lisa? Also, I haven't even tried these two. Let's do that first. Let's make an X and then return and try those two colors. Um, See, now I lost my train of thought, obviously. But yeah, recording is not what takes up a lot of time, necessarily. What takes up a lot of time is the editing. Um, and I don't mind doing that. In fact, it is what got me started in this recording business in the first place. And I love making things look pretty. But I feel like I fell into a hole that I dug for myself called expectations. Let's make an iron one. I set myself up for failure with that one because as soon as expectations are involved, it becomes less fun and less frequent. Uh, let's just go. Oops. I started expecting of myself to keep up with a certain schedule. And as you undoubtedly have noticed, I have not been able to keep up with that schedule. I have 12 levels on me. Why wouldn't I enchant a friggin' axe? Suddenly it dawned on me. Uh, but I have not been able to keep up, and that made me feel bad in the first place, or to begin with. And also, it kept me from playing on this world. And on the server, in fact, because I felt like, there we go, unbreaking, awesome. I felt like I couldn't play if I wasn't recording. Now, all that combined took away the sense of fun. And in my opinion, if something you do on your spare time as a hobby isn't fun, then you need to stop doing it. Now, all this does not mean that I am quitting or that I am leaving the public eye, so to speak. I enjoy my relationship with you guys, my viewers. I um I appreciate the attention that you give me and the appreciation that you voice. It's very flattering to know that you guys actually enjoy watching me play a video game, and I would hate to miss out on that. if you have been following me on twitch.tv, as I suggested previously, then you would probably be aware of the fact that I stream semi-often, not on any schedule, and I don't intend to ever be on a schedule because I don't want to feel obliged. This is not my job, it's a hobby, which I thoroughly enjoy doing, but I will never go professional for reasons that I will share if anyone's interested. But I will never go professional with this. Let's decide on this one first. These two are very similar, aren't they? I don't know. I think I just like the light color. Because both of these are like, so let's just go with the birch. But yeah, I'll never go professional. So I feel like whatever I do needs to remain fun. But I have been recording and uploading so infrequently lately, and people have started asking me questions about that, that I feel like I owed you guys a little bit of an explanation as to why exactly. Because it didn't feel like fun. It felt like an obligation to keep up with a schedule that I had forced myself into, and I was not having as much fun as I should be having, so I didn't feel motivated. And I feel fine about that. I'm not concerned with that at all. But you guys have been, and the trend seems to be that people generally have a goal with their Let's Play to, I don't know, create a career out of it, maybe? Or make money with it at the very least. And I don't expect that to ever happen for me. Why, you ask? Because reasons. No, I'm sorry, that was lame. Why? Because I don't want to. I'll just... I know I said a second ago that I would explain if anyone was interested, but I'm just gonna explain anyway. See, I don't believe that... Random sorting is random, by the way. I don't believe that making YouTube videos is a very solid career move. Now, I know that a lot of people may disagree on that, and that a lot of people, what the hell? That a lot of people have chosen this as a career path, despite my opinion. You know, I mean, my opinion is mine, their career is theirs. I have no avid feelings about what other people do with their lives. That's fine by me. However, it is not something that I choose for myself, because I feel that it is not a good career move. See, here I go. I'm about to go off on a tangent. So if you're allergic to those, then you know, skip through this. Anyway, I have in my life experienced a lot of things, and I have been away from the job market for a period of time, a couple of years ago. And after I came back to employment again, I noticed that it took me quite a while and quite some effort to get myself a job. And especially in these times where employment is not to be taken for granted, at the very least. I mean, basically, you gotta be grateful if you actually manage to get yourself a job. There's plenty of people that have a lot of difficulty finding themselves a job when they are more than willing to work. In fact, they feel very strongly about not being able to work to the point where it makes them depressed. So, having a job is important to a lot of people, myself included. It is linked to people's self esteem more often than not. And although I like to think that I am different in that regard, I think I might be fooling myself with that. Because if I were to lose my job and have nothing to do, it would probably influence my feeling of self-worth. Now, when I was away from the job market for a while, um, and coming back to it, I soon realized that, especially in this time and age, it is important for people to understand that employers are in a very luxurious position as far as being able to pick and choose goes. See, there are more people looking for jobs than there are employers offering jobs. So when an employer has the damn it damn when an employer has the choice between either someone who has been working and has kept up with their experience and their um, like their hands-on experience of the market, so to speak, and someone who has a gap in their career of, let's say you try the YouTube thing for a year and you start looking for a job and an employer looks at your resume and sees, you know, a gap of a year. I mean, you're going to have to come up with some kind of reason for there being a gap. And I realize that for a lot of people that is not a problem. And they can easily, like for instance, people that have jobs that have to do with the internet or gaming, the gaming industry, or, well, whatever, really. I mean, there's a lot of people that would be able to easily explain that gap. However, that would not be easy for me. And I think, personally, that employers still are not, in general, very for the majority of jobs. I'm generalizing, and I'm sorry if you feel that I'm bullshitting. I I warned you that I was going off on a tangent, but I think that the majority of the employers that have jobs that I could get into would not be very understanding of a career as a YouTube content creator. So, that being said, I will never take my YouTube thing, as I like to call it, um, seriously. I don't mean this to be upsetting to anyone, and I don't mean to say that there's not a lot of people who do actually make a career out of this successfully. More power to them. I wish them the best. Absolutely. But this is not a career for me, so it has to be fun. And it wasn't fun when I put myself in a position where I felt like I was obliged to create content. So, we're not going to do that anymore. So we're going to turn things around a little bit, and I hope that you guys like watching me so much that you will quote unquote follow me to Twitch. Pretty much everything I do on Twitch, this is a waste. Pretty much everything I stream on Twitch gets recorded and saved. On Twitch, you have to make it a point to actually save things. And I normally do. I've forgotten once or twice, but I normally remember. And so there's always a chance for you guys to watch me, even if you missed a stream, because that's the downside of Twitch. With YouTube, it's just recorded and it's there and you can watch it. No biggie. With Twitch, however, it's a little different because you gotta be there to actually see it all. Plus, with Twitch, I do a lot more in one sitting than I do when I record. When I record, I try to stick within a 30-minute episode-ish. And sometimes it's a little longer. I mean, I've been known to put up episodes that are 45 minutes long or something. But generally speaking, I try to stay within the 30 minutes. With Twitch, it's a little different. When I start streaming, hang on, by the way. $100. So this should be yellow. Okay. I need a yellow flower. It's bugging me. Excuse me for the interruption I had to edit in. Um, that was my kid coming home with some great news. He got his first internship for school. Anyway, I have no idea where I left off. Of course, I didn't feel like listening to my recording before I returned here. Basically, where I was going with the whole thing of it's not a career, um, is that I don't wish to take it seriously to the point where it becomes an obligation. And that also, even though it is not a career, even though I don't take it seriously to that point, see, YouTube gives you the option to monetize. And of course, seeing how much time and effort it takes to actually edit and create good content, I wish to utilize that option. YouTube, however, makes it very unfun, I have to say. So, whenever I monetize a video, I like to put like music and stuff in my videos. The whole internet or I mean the whole copyright troll thing where companies will just Well, I'll just link you to an article about internet trolls. I mean, not internet trolls. I mean, copyright trolls. I'll link you to an article about that because you'll understand better. Then I'm losing my train of thought again. Let me stand still and stare at a wall for a little bit while I talk. Um, Copyright trolls are making it a lot less fun for people to make videos that are appealing. I like putting music and stuff in my videos, and I spend a lot of time trying to find music that I can use commercially because, monetizing my videos means that I'm using them commercially. So I spend a lot of time finding music that I am allowed to use commercially. And then whenever I put the video up, I monetize it, then well, I cannot remember the last time I didn't have to contest a copyright claim. It's, I've always had to give more information and explain myself as to why I chose that music, and they don't actually give you a reason why they have disabled the monetization. And quite frankly, I am sick and tired of it. If they don't want me to monetize shit, and I know I'm being stubborn here, and I know I'm being, you know, silly here, and that I have other options, but hear me out here. I'm an idealist, so I have reasons. If they don't want me to monetize things, then why even give me the option? If they feel that it is only for a select few that are trustworthy, then why did they change the monetization system? Why did they make it so that non-partners, hell, the whole friggin' partnership thing has been changed and basically taken away? Why did they change it? Why? Because money. That's why. Because the more people they allow to monetize, the more money it brings in their pockets. Because people pay to have their advertisements put on videos, and then, you know, it's appealing to a lot of content creators to create more content because of money, because you get a portion of the revenue, the ad revenue. But that has hurt the creative process, at least in my case. Because for me, it is no fun to spend literally hours finding that one particular song that just suits the footage, that is free to use for me, that I can use commercially, only to then find out that it's not being accepted. That takes the fun out of it for me. And I know I could choose not to monetize it, but after all the friggin' time and effort I put into making them, okay, let me just say this. I have made €8 at most a month from my videos. So it is not about money. If it was about money, I would take this a lot more seriously. I would be creating a lot more content that was probably a lot less appealing because, I'm not a pro. And I don't think I have it in me to become a pro. Um, anyway, off on a tangent again. Let's just stop doing that, and I'm just walking in circles anyway. I'm not actually doing anything. I'm not recording. I mean, I'm not showing you what I'm doing with the house because I'm just labbing my mouth and walking around. So let's cut this short right here. Um, I urge you guys to go and follow me on Twitch. My YouTube Let's Play is basically coming to a halt here. I'm not saying I quit, and I do wish to share more of all this with you guys. And I love you, and I love your support, and I love that you let me know that you support me, and I do appreciate all your loyalty. However, YouTube is not the place for me, and I wish to share myself, my life, my world, my server, my footage in a different place. And it's taken me a good while to come to this conclusion. I've had to think long and hard on it. I am having a lot of fun with, the interaction, as I've often told you. I love the interaction between us and the relationship that we've built together. But YouTube just takes away from that. And I hope that you like my content and possibly even me as a person enough to follow me to Twitch. Plus, it's much more fun for you guys as well because I actually, have a chat room there. Most of goodbye voice. Most of you actually know this already because you have been on Twitch with me. But if you haven't, then you gotta understand there's a chat there, and I normally have my chat window open on my laptop right next to my desktop, like right next to me, and I read the chat and I reply to it, and I found that I feel a lot more free on my channel, on my Twitch channel, than I do on YouTube. I talk a lot more freely. Those of you that know me from streaming, oh gosh, I get explicit sometimes and silly, and sometimes a combination of both. I have guests on my stream that I don't have on my YouTube videos. I mean, I get Detroit to hop by. I've had Cilantro drop by. I stream different games as well. It's not all Minecraft. So it's a lot more versatile. It's a little bit of everything for everyone. Um I just lots of things are better about Twitch and I love it there. And maybe who knows? Maybe eventually I will come back. And oh yeah, you guys get to be involved in my Twitch recordings in a different way as well. I need to talk about this before I stop. I know I told you I was cutting this recording short, but I need to tell you about this. The Twitch system, see, it records everything that you do on stream, but then by default, it's set to delete after, like, I don't know, 2 weeks or so. So because I know that a lot of you have not been able to follow me on Twitch or have your reasons for not wanting to or something, I have been saving them all. But those recordings, um, they actually allow you to make highlights out of them. You've seen one of the highlights of the Race for the Wool thing on my channel here. That's what a highlight is. It's a piece of a stream that is cut out of the entirety of the stream. Or copied out, I should say. My channel is set to allow my viewers to create those highlights. So if there's anything in the stream that you feel is noteworthy, then you get to create a highlight of that. Isn't that neat? I'm working on a new channel design right now where there's also going to be an embedded video. And who knows, I mean, if you guys make good highlights, then, I might feature your highlight as an embedded video on my channel. Who knows? I think there's going to be a lot more interaction on Twitch between you and I am looking forward to seeing you there. So, for now, for a good while to come, on this medium of YouTube, thank you for watching. Please leave a like, a comment, and keep subscribing. And I hope to see you all soon on twitch.tv. And meet you there. Bye bye.